As an avid fan of the macabre, I often found myself scouring the internet for true horror stories, especially during the chilling month of October. I stumbled upon a forum where users shared their most disturbing experiences, and that's where I found a post that caught my eye. It promised a true forgotten horror story, a tale so disturbing that it had been buried for years. The author claimed to possess a videotape containing footage of inexplicable events, and they were willing to share the story. Intrigued and undeterred by the skeptics in the comments, I reached out to the poster. After a few exchanges, they agreed to send me a mysterious package containing the enigmatic videotape. A week later, a nondescript package arrived at my doorstep. Eager to uncover the truth, I set up my old VCR, the only relic that could bring the contents of the videotape to life. As the tape started rolling, I was greeted by an unsettling darkness that seemed to seep through the screen. The video began with shaky footage of a dilapidated house, hidden deep within a forest. The camera moved cautiously through the decaying rooms, the floorboards creaking with each step. The air felt heavy, as if laden with the weight of the forgotten horrors that transpired within those walls. The date on the bottom right corner of the screen indicated that the recording was from October 31st, 1995, Halloween night. The camera person, whose identity remained hidden, whispered nervously about the strange occurrences rumored to haunt the abandoned residence. Legend had it that the house was cursed, and those who entered would experience unspeakable horrors. As the camera explored further, the silence was shattered by distant whispers and unidentifiable footsteps echoing through the empty halls. The atmosphere became increasingly tense, and I found myself on the edge of my seat. The camera person stumbled upon a room that seemed to defy the laws of physics. It was much larger on the inside than it appeared from the outside. In the center of the room stood a dusty old piano, its keys seemingly untouched for decades. The whispers grew louder, forming an eerie melody that resonated through the haunted house. Against the camera person's will, the camera zoomed in on the piano, revealing spectral hands dancing on the keys, playing a haunting tune that sent shivers down my spine. The date on the screen jumped to November 1st, 1995, indicating that hours had passed in what felt like mere minutes. The camera person's breath quickened as they approached a hallway adorned with faded family portraits. The pictures depicted a once happy family, their smiles frozen in time. However, as the camera panned across the images, the faces twisted into grotesque expressions, their eyes following the lens with an otherworldly malevolence. A sudden, blood-curdling scream echoed through the house, and the camera person rushed towards the source. They stumbled upon a room where an old television flickered with static, casting a sickly glow on the walls. On the screen, a ghastly figure with hollow eyes and a twisted smile stared directly into the camera. The figure seemed to be aware of the camera person's presence, whispering cryptic messages that hinted at an unspeakable fate awaiting them. Unable to tear my eyes away, I watched as the camera person's fear intensified. They pleaded with the entity on the screen, desperately seeking an escape from the nightmarish reality that had enveloped them. The whispers escalated into tormented wails, and the camera person collapsed to the floor, overwhelmed by the malevolent force that permeated the cursed house. Abruptly, the screen went black, leaving me in a state of shock. The videotape had exposed a disturbing and otherworldly horror that transcended the boundaries of my understanding. The forgotten tale of that accursed Halloween night had left an indelible mark on my psyche, forever changing the way I perceived the thin veil between the living and the dead. As I sat in the dim glow of the television screen, I couldn't shake the feeling that the malevolent force captured on that tape had somehow crossed into my world. The whispers lingered in the air, a chilling reminder that some horrors were meant to remain forgotten, buried in the shadows of the past.